I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna try and continue with some non-hood videos for a while, just so I can get some inspiration done, but also because I really need to get on with different videos. The only negative, I guess, is my neighbor. Hopefully my neighbor is going to allow me to record, and we're just gonna slowly, start whipping these out. I have some things I want to accomplish. It's just really hard when your neighbor isn't working with you. Either way, I'm not gonna complain about my neighbor, really. He has the right to, do his own thing, and it's just, what can I say? It's just how it is. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for everything and for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye! Hey, it's Nenna from the future. I'm currently editing this video, and I noticed that I really didn't round off the whole therapy topic as well as I should have. Honestly, I feel like I kind of owe you guys an explanation, or at least a bit more of a detailed explanation, because are you seriously going to hammer now, woman? I mean, man. In therapy for the last 4 years of my channel, out of the entire 8 years that I've been on YouTube. And I've always been very vocal about this because I just wanted to remove the stigma that if you go to therapy, that means you're insane or something wrong with you. I just want to point out that I do talk about this subject quite regularly, because it is part of my life, but also because I just want to make it something we can talk about. Now, I talked briefly about the therapy, and I really am not going to go too much into detail for privacy reasons and for, respect. And I find that if I share too much, it's kind of disrespectful because they have an obligation to be, well, secret. It's not a secret, but to keep it quiet because, they're working, I guess, for me, trying to fix me. Hopefully that sounds a bit weird, but we all know what I mean. A few days ago I made a community post and I basically explained a little bit about what was going on, and I just want to touch upon that because I know you guys might be with some questions, and I did I did talk about it, so I kind of feel obligated to kind of touch further upon it and to make sure that there's no further questions or communication once I kind of close this chapter, because it will be annoying to keep on talking about past things, right? And it's kind of like I'm in the middle of it now and I can still talk about it, not too much, but I can still talk about it. Once I'm beyond that part of my life, I just probably don't want to touch upon it again. So we're just gonna kind of round that part off, if you guys don't mind. Obviously you don't have much choice either. Guys know I got kicked out of therapy. I call it kicked out. That is my opinion. Doesn't mean it's based on facts, obviously, but I just want to say that this is all purely based on my own, it's based on my own perspective, and I'm not saying anyone did anything wrong. I'm not calling names or shade to the company, not, calling hate or whatever to anyone, any professionals. This is purely my opinion. I felt like I was being kicked out. I just want to put that out there just in case I'm not, this is all just my perspective and my opinions, and there's nothing necessarily based on facts. These are my facts, but it doesn't mean it is the fact. They told me that therapy was ending because there wasn't enough progress and they were going to, let me go. So I said, okay, they're kicking me out. Well, that is my interpretation of I'm being let go if I can't finish what I'm doing because you need new patients, which they told me that. They basically said, hey, I don't think it's fair that I get kicked out because you need more people while I'm doing so well. They basically offered me to finish the sessions, which was really nice, and I'm really thankful for that. However, when I asked them if they could help me with the complaints and the symptoms and the problems that I've had, they basically said, yeah, no, we can't do that. So I made the decision to say, okay, let's just end it then. And honestly, they said they were going to give me some papers to help me with the things they promised. They didn't promise to fix a thing. They promised they would help me, and they finally kept their part of the bargain. So they sent me a piece of paper. Now, when I got the piece of paper, I actually went on YouTube and asked you guys for help, because basically whatever was in that letter sounded like part of my record, and whatever is part of my record was kind of an essay, but no, I'm saying this wrong. The record is not my essay, but the paper that they wrote was kind of like they made an essay of my record. So I knew that whatever was in the essay was based on what's in my record, and the things that were in there were quite rude. Saying they were trying to make my life hell. I'm just saying that the way it was worded, I could not figure out who they were talking about. It did not sound like me. It wasn't me, in my opinion. they were talking about someone that didn't, you know, dare to go outside, or someone that has no social skills. I'm not afraid to go outside. And I've made tremendous improvements with therapy, right? So when these things were written about me and they were basically saying, well, this is what we're going to send to your doctor because this is what's going to help you, this is what you need, worried that when I got that piece of paper that was in my record. And I was trying to figure out my options, and you guys really helped me with that. You guys give me some good ideas. And I think the main thing that I want to remember, and what I want you guys to remember, is that first of all, if you don't agree with something, do not take it. Doesn't matter what you think about yourself. You owe it to yourself to at least stand up for yourself when people are treating you the way that they are. Not saying that people are always treating people wrong. I'm just saying that if you are experiencing a situation in which you disagree, you have a right to disagree, and just because you have something doesn't mean that you have to accept the treatment for the thing that you have. A lot of people who have something sit here and think, well, I have this, so I have to accept everything to fix myself. That's not true. That's not true. Don't do it. You have a right to figure out what the fuck you want from someone who's there to help you, and you do not have to accept every kind of help the people offer you. And I've voiced my opinion about therapy for many years now because I want it to be less of a stigma. I want people to understand that it's okay to not be okay, and it's also okay to have a disorder, because it doesn't mean that we're stupid. It doesn't mean that, you know, there's anything wrong with us. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that we have problems and that we need help for it. But it truly doesn't make us any different of a human being. We didn't ask for certain things to happen to us. We never asked for many things. And other people have other disabilities or other things happen to them that they didn't ask for. And they have to get help in their own ways. And I find that in this day and age, people really make it such a big deal when they say you have to go to therapy. Everyone just says, oh my god, what's wrong with you? Nobody's like, oh, how nice of you to try and improve your life. Like, we have to see it as a good thing. We have to see it as a way for us to move forward in a positive light, and to sit there and just be negative, like, oh, there's something wrong with you for going there. Like, there's so many people that go to therapy just to get some extra confidence. It doesn't mean that you're fucking insane. It just means that you are actually willing to do more with your life. You're just not happy with the way that you are or with the life that you're living. It doesn't mean shit. And I'm just here to tell you, if I can talk about this shit openly, so can you. And please do not let anyone fucking tell you shit. Certainly not the people that's supposed to help you. Now, just to get back to the letter, I did call them today, and I took your advice. I explained that I didn't like what was written. They're actually going to rewrite the letter, so that's good. I'm gonna get not a different one, I'm gonna get the same letter, but they're actually gonna write down that I don't agree with it. So it's like I still get the same, you know, parts as the last letter had, only that this time they're gonna word it in a way which basically says, this is what we think, but she doesn't agree with this, which is at least better than having an entire record based on things you don't agree with. So at least I have half of it saying. They wanted to send it directly to, you know, the doctor, and I'm like, no. I want to see it first. Always check your files first, kids. Always. Don't ever let things go through your eyes before your eyes have seen the paper. Never do that. Yeah, so to kind of round it off, I basically said that, you know, I don't agree with my record, and you guys, I listened to your opinions, and basically you said that I really need to do my research, and I need to find out if I can either file a complaint or I can, you know, get some sort of second opinion. What I actually have come up with was that I have a chance to ask for my entire record. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to get my entire record. I'm going to see what went wrong and what's been said. And obviously I'm not going to get my record and be like, oh, you said this, and, you know, file a whole lawsuit. Like, I'm not that petty, and it's not that deep. Obviously I'm a bit butthurt, but that's to be expected. It's just to be expected, especially for myself. I know myself, I'm a bit butthurt. And all I really want all I really want at this point is to just get the piece of paper, finish the conversations, and get my record. And then I'm just like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm gonna try my luck somewhere else. It's very unfortunate that it went this way, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure the other party feels this way as well. But, you know, sometimes life just goes in these crazy directions, and you just don't know where you're going, and you just have no, you know, you don't have any other, you have nothing else to do than to just accept it, and it sucks. Sure it does. But, you know, we're gonna get through this, and we're just gonna find whatever works for us. I might bring it up a few more times. Eventually we'll find if something majorly happens, just so you guys are up to date, and yeah, in case I ever bring it up, at least we kind of know what page we are. But that is really all the updates I have for therapy, at least the ones I can really talk about. Like I said, maybe in the future when I have more of a, I guess, freedom, and it's been a while, I can probably talk about it a little bit more. I have to say that it was pretty intense, and that there has been stuff said both ways that is a bit it's just not stuff I can really talk about right now. But let's just say that I took you guys' advice. I'm really thankful for that. I took some action, and we're just gonna hopefully go towards a brighter 2021. Might not be in therapy, but you know, I can spend my money on other things as well, and maybe different things that are just as good, just not with the same building, people, price range. Because fuck, therapy's expensive. Did you know therapy is like, what, 7,000 euros? I'm fucking happy I am, what's the word, insured. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to add. Thank you guys so much.